What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, Atlanta has been on my to-do list. And I'm not talking about visiting there. Of course, I don't want to be robbed or shot because Atlanta has been turning into Pookieville. And I even have a episode series on my main channel called When Pookies and Ray Rays Attack in Atlanta. But be it as it may, especially what's going on with the DA there. You have that Gunner case with Young Thug, all of that. You know, there's so many people in Atlanta protecting the Pookie and Ray Ray classes. Even the most famous Pookies and Ray Rays, T.I. You know, when his son King, little Pookie, is doing things and on his way to jail, everybody forgives T.I. as if he didn't create the Trap Museum, right? And all of the other felonious things he's done in his past. But I digress. When people are actually destroying Atlanta, they get protection. It's completely insane, right? But now, what happens if you're an individual? God forbid you're trying to actually help people in Atlanta. What happens to you? Well, there's something trending right here on social media, especially on TikTok, when you had a young lady who saw somebody homeless and she decided that she would help them. Let's find out from Fox Atlanta what happened to her.
It's supposed to come. I'll wait. If I get arrested, that's fine.
A Georgia State University student says workers at a Popeyes called the police on her after she tried to buy food for a man believed to be homeless. That's where we start tonight. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Eric Perry. Video of the incident has been seen by nearly 1 million people on TikTok. Tonight, the woman who risked arrest to buy a man that meal speaks only with News Edge reporter Rob DiRienzo.
GSU senior Joe Ortega was door dashing last week at the Popeyes off of Ponce. She noticed a man off to the side who looked hungry. When she offered to get him food, this was how employees reacted.
No, ma'am, you can't do it.
Why? He's asking for food.
Ma'am, you can't do it. I don't care nothing about you recording me, baby.
May I have your name so I can let the people know?
You gotta pick up the phone and start recording. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. Are you serious?
Joe Ortega says she was just trying to do a good deed.
I can't order for this homeless man right here who asked for food.
Her initial disbelief that employees wouldn't let her buy a two-piece for the man experiencing homelessness.
They called the cops on me, everything, bro.
Quickly turned into anxiety when the cop showed up.
At that moment, I was terrified. I thought I was going to get arrested. So I was like, well, maybe I should just call my family and tell them I might not be coming home tonight.
APD confirmed that they did respond, but they didn't do anything since Ortega didn't break any laws. She says they actually commended her.
The officer pulled me to the side and was like, I really thank you for doing that. Thank you for buying him food. I appreciate that.
Also grateful that man with the empty stomach caught in the middle of all of the drama over drumsticks.
My name's Jazz, and thanks to...
Ortega says she eventually got a hold of a general manager at the store who felt terrible about the whole thing. She said he ended up letting her and Jazz buy anything they wanted that night.
Oftentimes the homeless are treated like stray animals, stray cats. Like if you feed them, they're going to keep coming back. We don't want them to keep coming back. And in all of this, I believe that, people deserve to be treated like people.
And after all the online attention, Popeyes said in a statement to Fox 5 that all of their employees at that store have been retrained on how to talk to guests. Ortega has started an online fundraiser to help Jazz find permanent housing. In Atlanta, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
So guys, you've heard that particular situation. Here you have a graduating senior doing DoorDash, finding it upon herself to help a homeless man purchase food. Now, let me say this. The young lady or the lady that was at the drive-thru was saying, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you can't do this. And let me just say probably why that is. Maybe because if she were to buy that man food, he would still stay around loitering and things like that. And it might be against company rules. I don't know because I don't work there. I'm not in fast food, but obviously, you know, I know that homeless people being around certain restaurants could cause people not wanting to come into the business and stuff like that. And I get it. But if you're going to call the cops, why call it on this young lady? Okay. Again, it makes no sense. Let's call the cops on somebody trying to do nice things. Now, again, she's telling her don't do that or whatever. I don't know if the guy is causing problems. And if she wanted to give the guy something to eat and buy something for him, maybe she could have gave him the money. But we know that sometimes people, you know, take that money and go use whatever kind of illegal drugs and stuff like that. But again, look at who we are protecting here and who we're calling the cops on. You're calling the cops on somebody who wants to make a difference. But when it comes time to actually do something decent, okay, or to prosecute Pookies and Ray Rays, we don't never call the cops on them. It's stop snitching. Okay, here you have a young woman who is trying to graduate, trying to be somebody, working. And let me just tell you this. When you have young women working, young men, you will never hear me say anything. I support, because she could be doing something else, but she's not. She's working and trying to help somebody. You call the cops on them, which is stupid. But you won't call the cops on people that are tearing up Atlanta. And instead, y'all want to free them. Especially the lady probably even working at that goddamn Popeyes. Free the Pookies. Y'all will come on my channel all day. Not everybody, but some of y'all. Having smoke for me, protecting Pookies in the black community, while they rain terror on everything they touch. Everything. Raining terror. Rain, 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 terror, terror, terror. Yeah. Y'all will be mad at me all day. But when you have people like this, we backwards. Let's call the cops on you. Then you wonder why thinking is backwards. Why people move away. Because we want to prosecute and destroy those who can help us. And we want to congratulate the destroyers. That's what it is. Isn't it stupid? Yes. Yes. Does it make any sense? Absolutely not. But now let me ask you something. When does it ever need to make sense? It doesn't need to make sense. Never. That's the point. It never needs to make sense, guys. Why should it? It never needs to. Because what is up must come down, right? What is buffoonish is absolutely hideous. In what? In Black America. It never needs to make sense. Why should it? Why should it make sense? It never needs to make sense. That is the problem. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.